And now to today's program, actually. Today's special program is co-sponsored by the Anne Frank and the World Committee. So I'd like to introduce to you Dr. Christopher Browning. He's a professor of history at Pacific Lutheran University, has been since 1984, Woodrow Wilson Fulbright Fellow, author of numerous publications, including Historians, Hitler, and the Holocaust.
Where all the warning lights should be flashing. When large numbers of people reach the point that they say, it can't get any worse, why not send a David Duke to the Senate?
After the great outpouring of overwhelming support, I'm proud to announce my candidacy for the United States Senate.
When large numbers of people reach the point that they say, why not send a David Duke to the Senate? Or if they say, he's mellowed, things are more respectable, people will never do this kind of thing.
Howard says he's allowed us to come here to show us the new Klan is neither hate-filled nor violent.
Or people saying, well, I'm going to vote simply to send a message. Or people saying, well, I'm going to vote simply to send a message. When that mentality gets very widespread, and it combines with the racists who have gone respectable, have gone political, have gone legal.
Do you think Islam is at war with the West?
I think Islam hates us.
The real danger comes when it goes legitimate. Who have gone respectable, have gone political. Well, people will never do this kind of thing. When they're in power, they'll be tamed by power. These kinds of naive illusions.
But do you think he's changing anything?
I believe he's going to endeavor to try.
I started off with 17. I'm down now. I'm winning it. It's over. As far as I'm concerned, it's over. These two guys cannot win. There's no path. So why would I change?
I believe he's going to endeavor to try.
These kinds of naive illusions, then indeed I think that one is at a point where all the warning lights should be flashing, where one should be very aware of what the potential is. I've just written a book called Ordinary Men, and it has been criticized by some because they don't like to read the book and have it suggested that if they look in the mirror, they can also see an ordinary man. The book is about a killer battalion of ordinary middle-aged Germans that were sent to Poland during the Holocaust. Some of the criticisms were, well, that wasn't ordinary men, it was ordinary Germans, or they're psychopaths. I don't think we can afford that kind of complacency. I think you're perfectly right that we do have to come to grips with what is a potential in human beings, that most of us are capable of a great deal of violence under certain circumstances, and that complacency and self-satisfaction are what have to be fought as well. We know what happens when these people get into power. Once these people are in, it is clear that it is already too late.
So I think that the Anne Frank exhibit is a voice from another time, but obviously the parallels are clear. But also, I guess, the hope when people speak out and act on matters of principle.
We know what happens when these people get into power.